Hello. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to link your Nearpod assignments on Canvas so that you don't have to actually go to Nearpod and look at students' grades. You can actually do that from our Canvas learning management system. So the first thing you're going to do, you are going to go on to your course, wherever you want to add the Nearpod. And the lesson that I'm going to send you is going to be for geometry. So I am in my geometry course and I'm going to click on assignments. So then you will click on add assignment and you'll title the assignment whatever it is. So in this case, I'm just going to put Nearpod sample. And that's just because this is for the video. So in here you will obviously write the directions of what you want the students to do. So you can say complete the Nearpod assignment that is attached. Make sure, I like to tell students to type in their actual names so that when I'm looking at their work, it's their names, but to be honest, it doesn't matter because it's linked to Canvas. So when kids log into their Canvas, you're able to see their assignments. So I always still like to tell them to make sure to type in your name when you first log into Nearpod. Okay, so let's say I want to make this out of 100. You can obviously add in a rubric if you want to. So in here, I'm going to look at submission type, and this is where you want to submit the Nearpod. So you will click on external tool, and you will click on find. So a really nice thing about it is, like I said, Nearpod is already embedded in here. So it makes it really easy for us to kind of go through it. And it's in alphabetical order. For us math teachers, Khan Academy is there. So I'm going to go to Nearpod. And then in here, it pulls up your Nearpod lessons that you've created that you have in your library. So for example, I'm going to send you a lesson on Nearpod, and just make sure that you actually make a copy of the lesson so you can keep it in your library. So in here, I like to do student paste. Now, you can do live participation, but I know because of COVID, you probably can't do the live participation. The difference between this, I believe I've explained earlier, but live participation pretty much is if you're teaching in person and you want to control the slides and how long students spend on one particular slide. So that's pretty much like your lesson. You want to go through it on your own pace. You want to monitor how students are doing, and you're able to show students live work, live feedback onto your big screen if you want to show other students how to do certain work, or if you want to show an example of how the work should be done. So you would do the live participation, and instead of going to Nearpod, you control the lesson here on Canvas. But I'm going to do student pace since I know a lot of us are working from home and we're sending activities to students, and this is a great way to get them to do work that's not just like paper pencil, I guess, or work that they just have to submit. It makes it more interactive, it makes it more engaging, and students do the work and you're able to give them feedback and see the work on Canvas. So I selected student pace, and I'm going to click on select. And on allowed attempts, I don't usually worry about that because on Nearpod, they can go through the slides and change the things themselves. So then you assign it to whatever class you want to assign it. So if you want to say everyone and then give a due date, so in our case it'd be we probably want to assign it for this week. So let's say maybe Wednesday. We assign it on Monday and we want to give it on Wednesday. It's up to you, really, when you want to assign it. March, April the 8th. And I'm going to do March, April the 6th. Okay, so then you do save and publish. I'm just going to do save so my students don't actually go in here and start doing the assignment. Okay. So notice how it automatically pulls it up in here. And even though I have my Nearpod pulled up on this tab, I am not using the Nearpod. So here it puts the student's name and all they have to do is put join lesson. So this is just a sample of what I would see or what a student would see. Notice how I added the video that I shared with you earlier, where students can look at the video and answer questions so they can play it. And then they can move to the next slide. So in here, if the students look right here on the menu, they can use that as notes. I really like this because students can draw. So see, if I am translating this, I can draw the image, and if they don't like it, they obviously can erase it, and they can highlight. So they can do different things with it. They can erase it all, which is what I'm going to do, and then they can go through the next slide. And this is just more like a preview. It has more slides. See how it's just a sample. But if this is what you want to, if this is, and I actually think I picked the wrong lesson, but if this is what you want students to do, then that's all you have to do. Let me actually go ahead and put in the right lesson. So it's Nearpod sample. And I'm going to do edit assignment settings. And all I have to do is go back and do find. And I'm going to go back to Nearpod. And I'm going to do student paste and select and save it. Okay, so again, students can work through the lesson and they can see different things. Notice how this is the video that was created on Edpuzzle because I added in the different questions that students can go through. So they're actually doing it on Edpuzzle, but you're still getting the results here on Canvas. So they play through the video and notice how there's different places where the video stops. There's different places where the video stops because that's where it asks students questions about the assignment. So see, I had to make this bigger, and then it asks them questions and they can answer it, and then they can submit and it tells them if it's right or wrong. So see, I just clicked on something and it tells them that's wrong. So they can move on, they can rewatch it, and then they can answer the question again. So it's a pretty good place to check their work for feedback. Once they finish watching the video, they'll click on the next one and see now it asks them to do a reflection across x equals -2, so they can still draw the shape, and if that's the right shape, then they'll go and click next, and on your side you will be able to see what the students did. So I'm just gonna go through this. See how it had more slides now that I uploaded the right lesson. So at the end, when you're looking for student feedback, all you're gonna do is go to your assignment, and this is your assignment, but it's actually not going to show me any student feedback right now because students haven't submitted it. But it's just like a regular quiz or test. You go on to here on the right side, it's going to ask you to look into, it's going to give you the option to do like, what is it called? Moderate settings, or look at student results, something like that. So when you click there, it actually pulls you back to students' grades. And I'm actually glad it's not doing that, because if it did, I mean, I'd be showing you students' names and grades, and that's a FERPA violation. So make sure you look into here whenever you're done with the assignment, and you should be able to view students' grades on the screen, and that's it. So whenever I send you the lesson, make sure you add it into your Canvas assignment so that you're the one getting the grades for students, and students are logging into your Canvas and submitting their work there. Let me know if you have any questions. I'll be glad to work with you one on one or help you on anything you need.